Good evening, fellow travelers. Welcome to the meditation. Thank you all for joining us in this experience as we travel along on this little blue marble all together. So, with this, another deep cleansing breath. I'm going to bring in one of the ancestors who's going to do an opening incantation in the language of light. Oshe la kere miri o to takar pishata ma hoe te kare o to shi na ma mikama me o to te kachi jala le o to shata ta wa mahisheta le o da rabeta te le o da rabashi na komata de o ta baisha ne o le o ta lo ho se te bosha mi na ne o ta ka mita te o da rabashata te mita te wa ye ta wa ye na ta ka baisha ta wa te ta Caminare la tata bishane o la bashi na nagare illare o dharma tata tu vashashi tanare o dharma mashina katawa kushina kawata te kushina dami na leo darabashi tata lohote tarmi shale o katawa shinwa kimane o darabashi dane o darabashi tatuka shodere o dharma di namana gareva tario lohote dami na te o darabashi tata karamina Mahaya, 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 Wakadino, Mahaya, Mahaya, Ramina, Yodama, Mahodida Deo, Leo, Narkamanda, Niola, Mishateo, da, Shirkatana, Lahayada, Lohodiga, Mina, Neola, Lohoshidana, Shohotatama, Shitate, Otatapa, Shomina, Deo, Darabashane, Otamio, Madayotaka. And take a deep breath. Welcome all for joining us this evening on a simple journey into a realm that all possibilities exist. Similar to a dream state where even your thoughts can come true, whether it makes sense to you in the physical world or not. This journey tonight will take us on a simple little trip, starting from where you're located. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable place, whether it be by a stream in a grassy field, up in the mountains where the snow caps are still available and you can see them, the smell of the pine and other trees are around you, or on a lake where it's serene and the water is calm and still, and you're just floating along, enjoying the sound of the water rippling against your body or against the boat. And it's just calm, serene. The weather's very nice. It's not hot. It's not really cold. It's just perfect. The sun feels good on your skin. As we begin this journey, we're going to close our eyes and relax. And we always start to travel. We're going to go from where we are. We're going to feel a ribbon attached to our arm. And that ribbon is going to be attached to the area or the location of where we are. As we begin this travel and begin this journey, as we take a nice deep breath and just feel ourselves relax and calm down. And as we relax, we feel almost like we're floating. And we just feel the nice warm breeze blowing across our face. And it's feeling so wonderful and incredible. And as we open our eyes, we're still relaxed and quiet. And we kind of turn to the left and turn to the right. And it feels so comfortable. And we notice that We can see the treetops from where we are. And we get sort of anxious and sort of excited. Wow, this is really cool. And we look down and we can see the ribbon still attached to where we left. And we take a nice deep cleansing breath. And any and all anxiety from being above the ground just melts away. Like we're being held by a nice, warm set of hands. It's cradling us and protecting us as we leave the surly bonds of earth. As we relax, we look around and we travel a little bit further. Now we can see the bottom of the clouds. They're so beautiful, they're so wide and fluffy, and it's so incredible. And all of a sudden we start drifting into the clouds. And all of a sudden it's just, as we're in the clouds, we look around and we can't see anything. But we still feel warm and caressed by the entity that's helping us on this journey. As we float, as we break through the clouds, we look down and we can see the clouds. They're so white and really, really bright. The sun feels warm. And we look and follow the ribbon and we can just see the ribbon disappear into the clouds now. And it feels extraordinarily comfortable. And as we take another long cleansing breath, we feel warm, caressed, and completely at ease with where we are. As we travel into a realm that we've only seen in our dreams. Upon the hill in the distance, we see a beautiful, beautiful castle. It's all white as the sun shines off of the stone and the steps and the granite. It's such a beautiful, beautiful castle. And as we look at it, we start floating towards that castle. And as we get closer, we see that it's floating in the air as well. We go, wow, that's really weird. It's not attached to anything. And we take a nice, deep cleansing breath and just accept the fact that as we get closer and closer to the castle, that it's staying still and not floating and moving, but it is warm and inviting. And all of a sudden, as if we were just set down, we're standing in a courtyard. There's a long granite staircase in front of us. And as we look up, we see the sun shining off of the gold and silver on the off of the windows and the doors. And we take a breath. And as we look up at the top of the stairs, there's an inviting master that's standing there inviting us to join him. So 1, 2, 3 steps. We look up and he's still with his warm hands extended. 4, 5, 6. We take a breath and look around, and it's so serene and so beautiful. Just like something from a storybook. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at the top of the stairs. And this master is greeting us with a warm handshake and a soft, warm embrace, welcoming us on our journey this evening. He invites us into the castle. And as we walk into the large doors, or as we walk up to the large doors, they just open on their own. And as we enter the castle, we're in a large reception area. See a large staircase in front of us. And to the right is a library, and to the left is just a sitting room with several chairs and sofas and tables. And we just stand there for a minute and look at the surroundings, and we're just almost awestruck on how wonderful and comfortable this feels. And our guide invites us into the sitting room and says, "Come and join me for a moment. We'll sit, we'll have a cool drink of water." And as we sit down, the guide tells us that this is our castle. This belongs to you. This is what the possibilities of your existence can be. Anything that you can dream, anything that you can imagine can be yours. And at first we feel apprehensive. No, that can't be. That's not me. I'm just an ordinary person. And he goes, no. As you let your mind free, this all can be yours. You feel comfortable and inviting. And whatever fears you have of success, of failure, of not being worthy, those all are from the world that you've left behind right now. Currently, this castle is your domain, your place that you can come to at any time. And as we sit and drink our water for a few minutes and relax, and you look around and look at the beautiful paintings on the walls and the heavy velvet curtains and the gold draws on the curtains and the beautiful oak floors. You go, oh wow, this is really awesome. And the guide, the master stands up and says, "Please follow me." We walk out of the sitting room and across the entry, and we go into the library. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of books on the shelves. And you say, "How could anybody read all these books?" And the master turns to you and says, "These are all the books of your past lives. Each one of these books has stories of a life that you have lived, the trials and tribulations, the happiness, the sadness, the joy, all documented in each and every volume of the lives that you've lived." And as you walk up, there's one book standing or on a stand that was about halfway open. And you walk over and you take a hold of the cover and you start to close the book to see what it says on the cover. And it's your name. And below your name is your picture. And you take a breath and you go, "Oh my, this can't possibly be the book of my life at this time." And the master just looks and smiles and allows you to open the book back to the page where it was. And he says, "Yes, this is your life. This is your book. Everything up to this point that you have experienced, enjoyed, suffered through, it's all right here in black and white, highlighted with beautiful color pictures and gold scrolls, and just like the Bibles of old, just absolutely a beautifully bound book of your life up to now." And you say, "Well, these other pages are empty." And he goes, "That's because you have not filled them with with experiences that still are ahead of you. And everything that you can possibly dream of and imagine can be added to those pages. And you say, is this my Akashic record? And he says, well, it's more a diary of where you are and where you've been, what you've loved and lived and left, the joys and sorrows of everything that you've done in your life. Those times when you were good, helped others, and times when you were selfish and felt so ashamed that there's things that you could have done but didn't. But these aren't to be dismayed and worried about. These are the things that make each and every one of us who we are. And you ask, well, what can I do better? And the master just smiles and says, you are who you are. You will be given the opportunities to do things. You have a choice. You can go, yes, I will. And you can say, no, I won't. Either road is acceptable. Either road is correct. It's correct for you at that time, in that moment. And it will be recorded so that in the future you may come back and look at this record and look at the accomplishments that you've had and the things that you have done, the good and the bad. They'll all be recorded. The ways that you could have improved, or the things that you wanted but didn't feel that you got, and the things that you were rewarded with later. It proved to be better and more in tune with who you are and the cosmos and the guides and the guardians that have helped you in your journey so far. And you just look and smile at the master. Say, how can I do better? How can I improve my life? And the master looks at you and says, these things will come to pass. Your life is your journey. I cannot tell you how to live your life or how to make your journey better or worse. It's your life, and you have decisions that you can make. You have entry points and exit points. You have good and bad that's all ahead of you. The best information I can tell you is you have the wisdom of all these other books to rely on. You can come into this library and read about things that you've done, decisions that you've made, whether they're good or bad, the outcomes that have happened, the people that you've met, the joys and the sorrows of each life. You can choose to learn from those of the past, or you can choose to make your own path. All these things are open to you at this time. It is such an exciting experience for you. Take every day and enjoy it. For once it's written, it shall be, it will have been. No longer can you change the things that have been written in the book. But all of the blank pages are available to you. All of the opportunities, all of the joys, everything is available to you. You just have to open your heart and allow it in. And make the decisions that are best for you, for those around you, for the ones that you love. That's the experience that you have accepted when you came into this existence with your name at this time. Those are the challenges that you have accepted, and the lessons that you have chosen to learn will all come to pass. And you can feel comfortable that at the end of the book, when the last chapter is written, the last paragraph, just before the word, the end, or fine, and you take your last breath, that everything that you've come to accomplish has truly come to pass. There are many roads to a destination. Some are longer, some are shorter. Some are windy and filled with peril, and others are smooth like 12-lane highways, just open and clear and smooth sailing. These are the challenges. These are the experiences that when you came into this incarnation, you wanted to learn. So allow yourself to learn. Open and accept the challenges that have been faced with you. You will not receive a challenge that you cannot handle. Sometimes you may have to take a step back and take a big deep breath and go, why me? Why is this happening to me at this time? And all of a sudden an answer will come to you. This is a challenge that you can handle. Look at what has happened in the past. Draw upon those. Ask those people and guides and guardians that are around you, whether you say it out loud or whether you just think it. Ask for their advice. Ask for their guidance. Ask for their direction. And they will be glad to give you the information you need to surpass any and all obstacles that come in your way. And you look at the master and say, but I'm scared. I don't know that I can handle these things. And with a serene smile on his face, he puts his hand on your shoulder, looks deep into your eyes, and says, brother, all of these things are here to assist you. We are here to guide you. We are here to be with you. In times we are here to carry you. But all of these challenges, all of the good things in your life, you have deserved every one of them. They are here for you to help you develop for the next chapters that are yet to be written. The guidance, the people that you have met or haven't met yet, that you can influence one way or the other. It's your choice. They're all available to you. And we as your guides and your guardians, those who love and respect you and want to hold you up and carry you far, far into the future. These things are yours. All you have to do is close your eyes, take a breath, return to the castle, and return to the library, and ask questions about experiences that you may need to research. And that book will return to you so you can look at it and find the answers that you need and the guidance that you deserve. All of these things are available to you at any time. Just relax, take a breath, close your eyes, and return to the library. This is your library. Each book is yours. Each volume, the lives, the lessons, the challenges that you have faced so far. And you have survived all of those. So there isn't a challenge that comes to you that you cannot surpass, that you cannot survive through. All of these things can be yours. Just relax and trust that the guides and guardians that are here to help you will be there when you ask. And with that, you take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. Turn to the Master and you smile. And you say, thank you. Thank you for showing me what potential I have and showing me that all of the things that I think are such a trouble in my life now, all of those things can be answered. And trust that you have my back, that you are there to support me and help me in any way that I ask. Sometimes the answer is no. But just like the adage, when God closes a door, he opens a window. Sometimes the window is more the answer than the door. So trust that we will always be here for you. And you take a breath and you smile. And you can't think of anything else to say or any other questions to ask. And the master looks at you. And you take a step towards them. You put your arms out and embrace them. And with that, you feel the warmth of the embrace, the energy that's flowing through your body. You get a sense of, I can do anything. Everything is at my disposal. Anything I wish, anything I desire, any challenge I come across, I can deal with it, I can surpass, and I can excel. And with that, Master leads you back out of the library. You walk back out through the double doors. And as you step onto the courtyard, the doors close behind you. You walk over to the top of the stairs. And you take one more look at the Master. And you get one more embrace. You can feel the sun on your face and the warmth of their arms around you. And you thank him for the opportunity that you've had. And you start walking down the stairs, 10, 9, 8, 7. You pause for a moment, and you turn, and the Master is still there with a warm smile on his face. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're at the bottom of the stairs. You take a breath, and the Master is standing at the top of the stairs, waving goodbye. And with a nice deep breath, you find yourself floating again, drifting away from the castle, drifting into the clouds. And you look at the ribbon on your hand, and you start following it back. First through the top of the clouds, then through the mist of the clouds. And you come out at the bottom of the clouds, and you can see the ribbon billowing in the wind, going down to the place that you were when you started the journey. And gently, you're just floating along. And it's like the ribbon keeps pulling you closer and closer and closer back to the earth, back to the spot at which you came. And as you return to the place that you started, you take a moment, you look back up at the clouds, and you think, did that really happen? Was that real? And a warm smile comes across your face as you remember what the Master said, that at any time you can return to this castle and find the information that you need. And with that, you smile yourself and say, thank you. Thank you for showing me that I have it within me to excel at anything I wish to do. And you lay back down, and you close your eyes, You can feel the warmth of the sun on your face. And you relax. And you take a deep breath. And the only words that come to mind are thank you. Thank you and bless you for showing me this path. And so it is.